Hello, everybody. I'm Kate, and you're tuned in to the Creative Women's League. Being a creative entrepreneur can be downright terrifying. I know, but it doesn't have to be. The Creative Women's League is here. We have got your back. And now with 3 weekly episodes, we are sending you motivation, inspiration, know-how, and of course, if you're heading over to Facebook and the Instagram, you have got this badass creative community. You also have them down here in the comments. Welcome to Create Your Biz. This is the first episode of Create Your Biz. I am so excited. Today, I am going over the number one thing I want you to remember as you build your awesome creative empire. I know, I started off way too strong going with the number one. You know, you never have to tune into another episode. That's a lie. You have to tune into all of them. I'm sorry. So don't forget, you may also listen to every episode of the Creative Women's League if you head over to iTunes or Podbean. We started out as a podcast and we are still going strong over on those platforms. Create Your Biz is extremely exciting for me because I started to realize I needed to be wedging some business advice into Mindful Monday. Connect it back around to business talk, but that's kind of oversaturated as it is. There's kind of a lot going on in an episode. So here we go. I spend all day, every day, listening to podcasts, reading books, watching videos, getting all the best business advice I can. Once I started the CWL, the questions started pouring in very quickly. People were asking how to get engagement up, how to reach more followers. What's a media kit and do they need one? So I'm extremely excited that you guys are always asking me all these awesome questions, asking my advice. So thanks to you, Create Your Biz is now a thing. Awesome. Like I said, the CWL is here to provide you with motivation, inspiration, know-how, and community. We're going to have motivation on our Mindful Mondays, inspiration on our Wednesday interviews. Today is know-how, learning how to grow your biz, how to connect with people, and community. Get over to Instagram. Get on that community. It's fantastic. And by the way, I have launched my videos early in the Facebook group. So if you're interested, you gotta get over there. We're going to have an awesome creative challenge coming up in there, help everybody get their juices flowing, and hopefully get us back in tune with why we do what we do. Put a little more fun back into our day. Now, of course, if you have know-how questions that you want answered on Create Your Biz, then drop it in the comments below, send me an email, slide into my DMs. I mean, you could put something creepy in there if you want to, but I mostly just want your questions. Just let me know. I am more than happy to help you guys. And if you have the question, more than likely, a lot of people have this question. So by just asking, you could be helping out tons of women worldwide, by the way. I gotta say hello to my friends in Brazil, hello to Australia. I love all of you. You guys are all over the place, and that is too freaking cool. So today for the first episode, I said we are going to be covering the number one thing I need everybody to remember. Seriously, I need to remember it myself because it's easy to get lost. Number one tip, right here, totally hot take. Don't forget to listen to yourself above all else and to be yourself above all else. Authenticity is king. My favorite quote, I found it on a bag in a little store somewhere. It said, authenticity is magnetic. And it was just like, because that's exactly what it is. My favorite people in the world are authentic people. And I know I'm not alone in that. In this day and age, being authentic is what is going to get you noticed. So I am approximately the 9 billionth person to have a YouTube channel like this, where I'm giving you business advice, I'm telling you what to do, I'm saying sign up for my email list. And I understand that. I would say all. I'm going to say all. I want to believe that every single one of us has the best of intentions. We just want to set you off on this fantastic journey that you have started. They want to help you create the business you always dreamed of. You know, those dreams you have while you're sipping coffee and you imagine just sitting in the Maldives or sipping a tea with Oprah. You can have those things. You absolutely can. And me and these 9 billion other people believe in it. We really do. Long story short, what I'm trying to say here is you are going to receive so much advice and so much conflicting advice. I'm going to sit here and tell you to do something that you just heard last week doesn't work. Now, I like to think it's not because we are so crazily ill-informed. Maybe some people will be. Maybe I will be. And if I am, call me out on it. But for the most part, it's because this whole social media thing, this whole growing your business thing, it really is an individual journey. So more than anything, my number one advice is you do you. Go with your intuition. I believe in your gut, and you should too. If I tell you you have to post 3 times a day, I'm not saying that, by the way, and you really realized that 1 time a day works best for you, that's how you're able to get out your best self, the best quality information you can, then why would you listen to me? Why would you listen to anybody if your evidence proves the contrary? This all connects with our Mindful Monday from this week. Go watch or listen to it, however you choose to interact with the Creative Women's League. It all connects because you've got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You've got to be okay with being afraid and trying new things, collecting the data on those crazy things you wanted to try. Anybody who sits here on a YouTube channel or starts their own webinars, that's because they have done and they have collected the data. And then they've tried again, and then that didn't go so well, so they collected the data there too. And more than anything, I urge you to do it too. It's pretty miraculous how quickly you'll start to see, oh, that did not work for me. Not one bit. And then, like 2 weeks later, you're absolutely going to hear somebody tell you, you have to do it that way. And you'll go, but it didn't work for me. In our 7 short months as the Creative Women's League, I have got some of the best advice of my life. Life-changing advice for this podcast and this business. But I've also received stern, unflinching, inflexible advice that you have to do. And it didn't work for me. It didn't work for you guys. So when you tune in mass, I know what you want. And nobody else can really pull me away from that anymore. I'm getting better at it. So like we said on Mindful Monday, the best thing you can do is get real freaking comfy with being uncomfy. It's just the best thing you can do. When I worked in a salon, one of my favorite hairstylists used to always say, know the rules so you may break the rules. And you truly do have to know the rules of hairstyling because you're working with chemicals. And some of those chemicals, when they mix together and go on somebody's head, makes hair melt off. So you have to know why those rules are in place. You have to know why people are telling you these things. But then, once you understand the rules, you can start to bend them. You can start to figure out ways around them. You can start to create your own rules. And that's where I want you to be with your business, more than anything. I want you to suck up all the information, all this free information that is out there for you in this world. Take in all the knowledge you can. Act on this fantastic advice you've been given, and then collect your data. Figure it out. Is it working for you? Is it not working for you? And in those moments when you are kicking more ass than you even thought possible, and you realize things are starting to work and really click for you, that's when you know you've found your way, at least for now. Things will change quickly. Algorithms change, people's interests change, you will grow and develop. But once you start doing things your way and what works for you, that is when you are going to blow the rest of us away. You are going to start flipping industries on their heads, and a lot of them need it right now. You are going to change our world, and most importantly, you're going to change your world. I know you can. So yeah, the first episode of Create Your Biz says, don't listen to me. Okay, it doesn't really say don't listen to me. The first episode really says, absorb the knowledge, try it out, collect your data, rebel really hard, and then make millions. And I mean millions. I know you can. Are you gonna F up? Why, yes. I'm so glad you asked. You are gonna F up, and you are gonna be okay with this. Why is that? Because like we said on Monday, you're not going to be afraid. You might be a little nervous. You might have a little Twitter in the back of your head that says, I don't want to do it, but you've got this. At the end of the day, after you watch all of the awesome Create Your Biz episodes we have coming up, I don't have to face your clientele. You do. You have to answer to the people that are turning to you. It is much, much better to F up on your own terms than it is to hit a little bit of success on somebody else's. Oh, and don't even about effing up on somebody else's terms. Ugh, there is nothing worse than that, because in your gut, you will always know it wasn't what you wanted to do. You knew you had a better way. You knew what would work best for you. I know that in your stomach, a giant F up and a tiny one just don't feel all that different. It still feels like a failure instead of a learning opportunity, which is what everybody wants to tell you. I just want to remind you that baby setbacks, that trying and executing new and exciting things and them not going as you planned is not only okay, but it is completely necessary. Someone fired Oprah, 23 years old. She gets fired. Do you think Oprah would be the same woman she is today if she didn't have to face things like that? You might. I don't. In the future, I promise it's much more direct knowledge on specific subjects, actionable steps for you to get to where you want to go. But I just had to start us off by saying, all of this info I give you, I hope you turn it all on its effing head. I hope in a year's time, in 6 months' time, in 3 months' time, that I have a video based off of your awesome new methods of doing something. Wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? And you can do it. Don't be afraid to rebel. Don't be afraid to get uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to break the rules once you know them. This is the basis of Create Your Biz life. Go forth, be uncomfortable, be unafraid to fail, because you have a community of badass Wonder Women doing the same stuff with you. We're all getting out there and effing up, and we're going to be so freaking happy about it, I can't even tell you. If you need more support from these badass Wonder Women, get over to Facebook. How many times do I have to tell you this? Facebook group is huge. It's going to be awesome. We're even going to start doing live Q&As from there, not only with me, but from our awesome guests on the show. So you might as well get in the group and get situated now. Next week, we are going to be talking about creating an engaging Instagram. What is an engaging Instagram? I'll tell ya. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Creative Women's League. And of course, subscribe here on YouTube, like this video, share it with somebody who you know is a rule follower and doesn't want to be breaking the rules in their biz, because we got no room for that here. We're all going to be badass rebels. Thank you so much. I love ya. I'll see you Monday.